Hello, everybody. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. West Ham United 1, Manchester City 3. To my right is Lucas, all the way from the US of A. Lucas, first off, how are you doing?
I am good. We had a very good watch along about 30 minutes ago whenever that ended. It was very fun while it lasted. A lot of participation and interacting in the chat. It was good. But yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Emotionally wise, I'm fine. Or my mental health, I'm fine.
Well, that's good, mate. That's good to hear. Let's get into this. I'm seeing a lot of people slagging off a few players, right, on social media and everything, saying, "Oh, this player's at fault, that player's at fault." Do we have to hold our hands up and say today that Man City are just that damn good? Let's be honest.
To me, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I tweeted after the match. It was a tough pill to swallow because I thought we were I thought we were very good today, and today was just one of those instances where, like, I already know like what you're referring to. I think it's more just the moments that overshadow maybe the individual performance. So like today, Sufal. So basically, the moments today were Sufal and Agard. But if you talk about their whole performance today, I thought Sufal was very solid. I thought Agard was solid as well. But it's just the moments that like sometimes I guess like are very frustrating because I think we can both agree Sufal on the second goal, or not Sufal, Agard on the second goal. It's just not good enough, and it's a bit poor. And it is what it is. And again, like City are so good, and
but we didn't take our chances either. Like,
didn't have a lot.
Yeah, but we had a really good chance in the second half of Antonio. Antonio goes running through, and we will get to it in a minute. But Antonio goes running through 1-on-1. He's done Diaz for pace. He takes an heavy touch. Like, he don't take the heavy touch, or he has a shot on site, he could score. And obviously, Zuma had a header.
Yeah, that was a world-class save from Ederson.
That was, and that's at 1-0.
I'm going to tell people right now, if we play the way we did today against anyone else in the league, Arsenal, Liverpool, Newcastle, it doesn't matter who. If we did not play City today, I think we win. I really do. So
great.
So again,
I'm not disheartened, mate.
I'm not either. Just City are so good. Like, and it proves it today because I tweeted today, and again, the scoreline does not reflect what we saw today. And even say if we did win, like say we won like 2-1 or something, that wouldn't even have reflected the scoreline because I thought both sides were good.
I thought it was a great game. It was a great game. So West Ham defensively was all right, but City keep on and on and on, and they don't stop ever.
Mate, and like I get what people are saying with Sufal. Like people have their opinions and their critiques, but mate, I don't know how much more like someone at right back against Doku can do. I think Doku cooks about 95% of the right backs in this league, especially with the amount of ball they were giving him. I'm curious to see how many touches he had today because it felt like him and Sufal were dancing all match long. And really at that point, it's a numbers game. Like you're not going to win 100% of your duels. You might not even win half your duels. So like really anyone else in Sufal's position, even in the world possibly, who knows the outcome of that? Like I would love to see Doku against Trent. You know what I mean?
Mate, listen, like Doku is a class player. West Ham were trying to sign him, remember? Like, let's all remember that. Like West Ham were trying to get him, and Manchester City got him. Yeah, let's start off at the beginning. Yeah, we come out the traps and we're defending for our lives. Areola, what like them saves he made in the first, unreal.
Everything at the beginning of that. Areola initial save, Rodri free at the back post.
Yeah,
check with a clearance off the line as well was very good. Just absolute mayhem to start off, and that was the coffee for the match right there. That started everything.
I must admit, I thought Areola was brilliant today. He's unlucky to be on the losing side, mate. I thought he was excellent. People are saying about the second goal with him, but I disagree. I think it's a bit of
no way to me.
Yeah, not a chance at all. Obviously, they had great chances. Haaland had chances, missed. He should have scored it.
And that's the thing as well with the scoreline. Like,
It doesn't reflect the game, mate.
You can make cases for both sides with
Yeah.
like what the score should have been. Like Holland could have easily had a hat trick today. 100% probably should have had a brace.
Yeah.
Ederson makes a world-class save on Zuma's. Antonio unlucky with his touch to get there. Just really, today was such a good match, and it's a shame that like most people who didn't watch the match will look at the score and be like, "Oh, West Ham got turned over," blah blah blah.
And then obviously we had a chance from a corner. People are saying that Aguerd should score that. I think it's unlucky, really.
I think in today's game, that's not even really like Aguerd's not even like trying to go for goal. He's just trying to get a head on it, get it across goal, and someone back post heads it in. We see it all the time now. Like that's just how a lot of clubs go about corners now. I don't think Aguerd should be scoring that at all, but he done good to get his head on the ball, get it across goal, and someone should be back post. Not saying someone should be there to score, but there was no one back post. There should be at least another head on the ball, but James Ward-Prowse, that guy is an absolute weapon in the best way possible.
Oh, I got a humble pie, brother. Oh dear.
Mate, it's all fine. You're part of the train now.
Mate, listen, mate.
You got a late ticket, but you are.
Mate, talk about getting something fucking wrong. I got it completely wrong with him. Yeah, absolutely, completely wrong. What a good goal that was. Mate. Oh, listen, Safal done brilliant there. He got away from Doku, and he put in a great ball in, and Ward-Prowse diving header. Good goal,
great ball from Bowen too to unlock Sufal. Great 1-2. Lets Sufal loose. Sufal doesn't play the ball early. He takes an extra touch, and he literally plays the perfect cross, the absolute perfect cross. Like it skims Vardiol's hair, who, by the way, Vardiol player.
Yeah, he's a good player.
But and then James Ward-Prowse again, like, and this isn't towards you specifically, just people about James Ward-Prowse, like, again, and I don't. With me, it's just about the vision, and sometimes you don't see the vision until it's literally right in front of you. But like with James Ward-Prowse, man, he's just such a throwback that like he may not be the fastest. He may not be the best dribbler, but like just situations like that is where like I envision James Ward-Prowse in this team. Like we win the ball back, Bowen unlocks Sufal down the flank, and you just see James Ward-Prowse bust in a gut back post.
Yeah.
And then it's a absolute brilliant finish. That is for a midfielder like him, that is a quality finish. Like if that was Antonio in that position and he scores it, I would still say it's a great goal, but like he's a striker. That's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to put those away. But like someone like James Ward-Prowse, that is a fantastic finish, fantastic goal. And I said it on the watch long, that is total football.
Yeah. Get to sort of the end of that first half and West Ham sort of grind out and getting at half-time 1-0 up. I come on at half-time and I said West Ham need to be careful in the first 15 minutes of the second half. I hadn't even sat down and I've literally turned my screen and we're 1-0. Fucking 1-0. Could not believe it.
Yeah. Doku at it again like he was all day. Really, I cannot sing his praises enough. He is very good, and I'm actually quite scared to see how much better he can get because he hasn't even really had that much experience yet in his footballing life. And today was probably his first great match because he hasn't really played that much.
See, this is the thing, right? This is the thing though, Lucas, yeah? Every time Kefal is up against pace, he gets done. That's the only problem. Every single time. Like, if he's up against pace, and I thought Doku today was excellent. Like people are saying Man City are weaker than last year. I think they're even stronger than last year. With Doku coming in and doing what he's done.
I would say players wise, I think they're a pinch weaker. Like literally a pinch because in my opinion, like you know me, a Balkan boy to the blood, to the death. I love Kovacic, but he's not Gundogan. They're not too far off, but like Gundogan is like a total midfielder as Kovacic. He's more of like a playmaker. He does grind a bit, but he's no Gundogan. And then obviously like Vardiol, he had a decent match. I didn't think he was fantastic, but there's glimpses that he's going to be an absolute player. And then Doku, newly on the squad, he looks great. But I'm curious to see. I'm looking at the stats now. Doku had 62 touches today for a winger. 62 touches. That is mental.
They targeted that side. Then let's get into it. There's a few things I want to discuss.
And Rodri as well. Real quick. During the watch along, I was like, Rodri's easily going to have over 100 touches today. Like, it's just inevitable. 129 touches today.
Yeah, I know, mate. I know, unreal. Mate. He is the best DM in the Premier League. Right, there's a few things I want to discuss. First off, Antonio's chance. What do you make of it? I think he should be scoring that. He's done Diaz for pace. He's ahead of Diaz. A proper centre forward there, someone who knows their role well, would either take the hit from Diaz and get Diaz sent off and play the cute game, or they take the shot early. He does neither. What are you saying?
For me, it's tough for me to say whether or not, because he didn't get a shot off, really.
Yeah.
So it's tough for me to say whether or not, but I can say that he did take a heavy touch. And again, in a full-on sprint, it is tough, especially against someone like Ruben Diaz, who's world class. We all know it. So
yeah,
he takes a heavy touch in full sprint. They're both shoulder to shoulder. Should he be scoring? Oh, again, that's a tough one for me. I expect a better touch from him, but I can't say he should be scoring. I only say that because he really didn't get a shot off.
He should be getting a shot on target, though, Lucas.
Yeah, no, that I can agree with. He should be getting a shot on target.
Yeah.
Or a shot off in general.
Then Zuma had a great chance.
Oh, fantastic corner.
Great save.
Fantastic header. Fantastic save. That could have flipped the game on its head right there. Again, any other keeper in the league, I don't
think they're saving it. Yeah, I agree.
Allison maybe, but again, I will reiterate, any other club we play today, home or away, I really think we win today. But yeah, our set pieces are back. Yeah. They're so back, it's disgusting. Like it's nice James Ward-Prowse, even his bad balls are like good. Like it's either world class or a good ball from him in terms of set pieces. Like even his one today by the touchline, he barely missed someone in the box, and that was because I just don't think they got a good head start. But where he puts the ball where he wants, he always puts it in a dangerous area. James Ward-Prowse is just absolutely exceptional.
You've praised James Ward-Prowse, but I am going to praise this Mexican lad, who I think is and I'm going to say it, is fucking excellent. Yeah, he goes off injured.
Yeah, I agree.
And then we just go back to being West Ham of last season.
Yeah, I said it during the watch long. I think the tide could have, or not the tide, but I think some things may have been avoided if Alvarez didn't get hurt. Like originally, Ben Ramos was supposed to come on for Souček, and Alvarez comes off injured, so Souček stays on. And Souček really didn't have any involvement with the second goal we scored, but like it's those little things, like that situation might not happen.
Alvarez's positional play is fucking brilliant, though, mate.
Yeah, and I'm not afraid to admit that right now I am a bit wrong on Alvarez, and again, I'll happily admit that because I've only seen him play for Mexico. I'm not watching Ajax week in, week out. I'm a West Ham supporter. But and I said it on stream again, international and like club football are very weird because some players are either good at one, not great at the other, or vice versa. And there's some things that they do well at international or club level that they don't do for the other. Like I've watched Alvarez play, not a lot, but I've watched him a decent amount to give like a report on him of what I've seen. And like when he plays for Mexico, some of the things I've listed that I don't like from him, like it's true when he plays for Mexico, but he does look a lot different at West Ham. And one thing I was going to mention when you came on halftime, that I was wrong about is he doesn't show himself for the ball a lot in the Mexican national team, but he shows himself for the ball at West Ham, which again, that's all I care about at the end of the day. But that's what I'm seeing. So, at the end of the day, right now, he's proven me wrong, which I have no problem. I want him to be an absolute success.
Yeah, listen, I think he's absolutely excellent.
My only thing though, he is kind of shit at clearing the ball, and I don't know why.
He is, but I'll tell you what, one thing I will say with this man, that I've seen enough of him now to know that he is going to be quality for West Ham, is his positional play is excellent.
And like, he is a DM, and we said it for time now. Declan Rice, world-class player, world-class DM, but because he plays at West Ham and he's so good, and he's much more than a DM in my opinion. Like, he wants to get forward a bit. He wants to be a bit more dictational in his play. But with Alvarez, the one thing I love about Alvarez, he knows his role. Like, he knows his limits. He's DM.
Just the anchor, mate.
He's an anchor. He's a DM to the core.
Yeah.
And that's what he's going to do. And he's done it well so far.
And I'm going to be honest, I love him. I think he's excellent. I really do. He goes off injured, and then West Ham seem to just go back and back and back, and then we can see the second. I think it's
goal.
It's great work from them, right? It's the little scoop up in the air. They tried it a few times during the day, and it didn't come off. And the only time they did, they kept
that one attempt and save when Rodri dinked it to Haaland, and Haaland just goes flying in the air.
Yeah,
great attempt from him as well. Great save from Areola.
Yeah,
unreal. They did try that a lot today, and it's hard to not. It's so hard being a West Ham supporter watching that, because like my like neutral watch comes out inside me. Like, it was just such a good game of football. It really was.
It was a good game of football. Who's at fault for that second goal for you? Because people are saying Aguerd. Yeah, because Aguerd.
For me, it's a Gerd.
I don't know, mate.
Because the thing is, like, obviously there could have been things done before that to prevent it, but at the end of the day, he knows that he's marking Alvarez.
Yeah.
He's got to win that header. But I mean, and you could make a case for Areola maybe has to be a bit more aggressive, but not in that position, because they would have sandwiched him. That could have possibly been a penalty if Silva doesn't touch the ball and they absolutely cream him.
Yeah.
So like, for me, it's a Garrett, because mate,
is it good play though from City? You got to give City credit there.
I don't rate that second goal personally, because I think it's very preventable. And again, with
smash the like button, people.
Smash the like button. We got 65 people in the chat right now. We're trying to get to 100 likes every single video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and smash the like button and turn the bell notification on while you're at it. But for me, I think the second goal is very preventable. And again, like I said before, I don't think Aguerd was bad at all today. It was just a moment.
Bad error, wasn't it? Yeah, it's bad.
I wouldn't even say it was I wouldn't call it an error, just a lot, because we all know he's quite shit in the air. But again, it was a moment. It was a bad moment. I don't think that should dictate. Same with Soufal in his goal. I don't think.
And he did save us. He did save us in the first half, Aguerd. Let's have it right. Like, he cleared the ball off the line, didn't he, at one stage?
Was there 2 goal line clearances? Because I know the first one was Souček.
It was Aguerd. He cleared one off the line. I'm not sure.
But again, I don't think Soufal's moment, or maybe a couple moments, and then Aguerd's moment should really overshadow their performance, because I thought he was decent. But Aguerd has had a few errors that have been leading up to conceding a goal, and today, unfortunately, I'm not saying the second goal is completely on him, but for someone as tall as him, as skilled as he is, he's got to be winning that header, and he should know that Silva's right behind him. So like, Silva's not going to jump for it.
Yeah. The only thing I will say on that, I think it's good play from City. I think City were working the ball around, and they tried the move a few times. It didn't come off. Yeah. I think it's poor from Aguerd. I think Areola has to come out. If he stays, then he's in no man's land. I think he has to come out and try and have a go at trying to get rid of it. I think it's just good play from City. If I'm being honest, I think like West Ham were like the boys tonight are going to feel aches and pains. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's just one of those things that obviously like 100% of or 99% of things in life could be preventable, but sometimes you do just have to.
You have to give credit when credit's due. Yeah, listen, you have to. And then we bring on like obviously Kudus and Ben Rum on the pitch. I thought Ben Rum was shocking. I'll be real. I thought he was absolutely shocking.
I would just say for Ben Rama, when did he come on? He had like 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Again, and you've known me for time now. I've always said that like for years now that just I don't think 20 minutes is enough to like really impact the match, especially with the way we play.
Yeah.
Like someone in our side coming off the bench to make an impact, they need 5 or 10 more minutes. But I'll say it proudly and broad. This was probably one of the only times Ben Rama was that bad off the bench. Normally, when he comes off the bench, even in years prior, he's impactful. But I mean, unlucky for him today. I mean, 20 minutes again, just not enough for me. And same with Kudus. Like
I thought Kudus looked good.
He was all right. I think he showed today what he's capable of. But again, it's City. There's
the only thing I don't like. The only thing I don't like before I get to the third goal is Jared Bowen going up front. I'm not a fan of this. I really am not. I get it. I understand it. Like, don't get me wrong before people come at me, but I don't fucking like it.
It was a weird one, and that's what I was trying to tell you at halftime. Or some people were saying like get Kudus on, and I was just like, I don't know. I just don't know where he really.
What you see today, and this is what me and Alfie discussed on the after our show the other night, is everyone we both said, where does Kudus play? What you see today, that is where Kudus plays. He comes on for Bowen. He comes on for Antonio, and Bowen goes up front. That's what it is.
I would have, and again, I was like, I just didn't know where he'd come on at, but I wasn't surprised seeing Bowen up top because I don't know if Kudus can do exactly what Antonio can do, or I think he can do what he does, but it's the hold up play that's important. He's obviously not as strong as Antonio, and I actually do think Jared Bowen's hold up play is actually not that bad, but obviously he's not as brute and strong as Antonio, but I do think his hold up play is decent, and I think it is better than Kudus. And really, you want to have Kudus out on the wing. You want to unlock him. You want to use his pace to his fullest extent. And we all know Bowen has never been the paciest player. So having him up top, it did make a bit more sense than having Kudus up there. But I think Kudus's substitution or his appearance today was encouraging. I think there's some good things to come. And then Thursday, who knows? We might see that man score a hat trick.
Yeah, let's hope so, mate. And then obviously, let's get to their third goal. They basically like Haaland eventually gets his goal. He should have had 3 today.
He should have had a hat trick, and it is what it is. Everyone at that point was just absolutely gassed. Yeah. Like everyone gave their all. Obviously, City. I'll tell you what, the thing with City, it's so weird. Like even today, I'm not going to say they didn't try, but like they play just so effortlessly, and even they were gassed as well. But you could tell we were, I wouldn't say clocked out, but we were just totally burned out. Like we gave it our all, and I thought that was easy to tell on the pitch.
Do you know what? I couldn't agree more with you. Obviously, that third goal goes in; it's a bit of a sickener, but I can accept this because we are playing Manchester City, and we are playing the best team on the planet right now. And do you know what? For 45 minutes of that game, we give them a good game. Like second half, I thought they smashed us to bits a little bit. Yeah,
and it's tough not to think like, what if we didn't concede in the first minute into the second half? Like, what if we held off for another 10, 15 minutes? Obviously, a lot probably could have changed, but it is what it is. Like, Doku scored a good goal. That finish was absolutely brilliant. You would literally you can't put it anywhere better besides top ends. And then the second goal, in my opinion, preventable. And then third goal, I mean, Haaland, even though I wouldn't say he did. No, he didn't stink it up today, but he just missed a lot of chances. But again, that was like his fifth chance of the match. You give him 5 chances, he's scoring 1,000%.
I know, mate. I know. Listen, well, I'm going to put a link in the chat. If anyone wants to come on for and have their say quickly, they can. For me, to sort of round it up for me and you, I'm quite proud of the team today. I really am. I don't think there's no need to be negative tonight. We've just played a really, really good team. I think Manchester City got a £1 billion team. If you look at their team on paper, it's unreal. Some of the players that they've got at their disposal is just phenomenal. And I think we matched them in moments. The differences with Manchester City, with West Ham, is in them key moments, Man City took their chances in the end, and West Ham didn't. West Ham had a few chances. Obviously, Zuma's chance, Antonio's one-on-one is a great chance.
It could have easily been like my prediction today. It could have easily been a cheeky Desmond.
Yeah.
But then again, it could have easily been some other scores. And I'll keep saying it. Today was just a good match of football. Both sides unlucky to not have scored certain goals, but it is what it is. And and I think one thing that's being swept under the rug a little bit, that first half, that's one of the best first halves I've seen West Ham play in a very long time. Very long time.
The thing is, people are going to say, well, why can't we go at Manchester City? Because if you go at Man City, you're going to get absolutely destroyed. And I think we had a go, but we just didn't take our chances. Like there was key chances in the game.
You got to be calculated. And I know Mark says in here we gave Man City too much respect, stood off them well too much. Like you kind of have to.
You have got to respect them, though.
They're the best side in the world, and really today. And I was telling a few mates, and I even tweeted some things. I was like, I would not be surprised if we pulled a result today, because in our last 7, we have been last 7 at home against City. We've actually been pretty decent. We've only lost twice, I believe. 2 wins, 2 defeats, and the rest are draws, I think. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's City. You've got to show them respect, because if we didn't show them respect today and we played the way that some people want us to see, like we lose 5-0, 6-0, like Pellegrini, like it then like I don't want Pellegrini flashbacks. I'd rather lose 3-1, 2-1 today than 6-0 because we had to go.
Yeah, I thought we was all right today. I thought defensively we was all right. I think we had good chances, like we did. Let's be honest, there was chances that
the way we played today, we can leave the pitch with our heads held high. And
I agree on that.
We can take that into Thursday. We can take that into Liverpool. And I'm telling you right now, if we play the way we did today at Anfield, I will not be surprised if we get a result, because they were dog today.
And Man City, listen, Man City are the best team on the planet. Like we've got to respect what they are. Do you know what I mean? And like West Ham are not the best team on the planet, even though I want them to be the best team on the planet.
Yeah,
they're not. Do you know what I mean? So you got to respect Manchester City. Did we rode our luck at times? Yes, I agree on that. But we had chances, and we had big chances, and all like Zuma's chance. Right, I'm just thinking about it now. That's a world-class save from a world-class goalkeeper. If that goes right, and what you said earlier on is bang on. Any other goalkeeper in the Premier League, I don't think is getting there. Right, it's right down low. Edison gets down, pulls it out, and it's a great save. It's a world-class save. You know what I mean? If that goes in, we're 2-1 up, and it's a completely different game. I think obviously losing Alvarez and all is a killer.
And one thing that I think a lot of people are starting to see as well, the players are definitely bought into what we're trying to do this season, because don't get me wrong, like the way we set up, it is negative. It is a bit negative, but like that's only because like 5 midfielders or 4-1, 4-1, 4-5-1, whatever. It is a tad bit negative, but it all depends on the way you play. You can set up a certain way, but you don't play that way. And I'll tell you what, I love seeing Lucas Paqueta out wide on the left, linking up with Emerson. I think that is something that's kind of gone under the radar a little bit in terms of how we switch play a bit, because I think Souček has had a good start to the season. I didn't think he was bad today.
He's not a DM though, mate.
But what I'm saying is, I actually quite liked seeing Alvarez. I like seeing Alvarez, Paqueta, Ward-Prowse, and Souček because, again, like in an ideal world, do I want Souček to be starting at this club with his skill set? No. But in terms of form and how he started the season, he really hasn't deserved to be dropped. And even today, I thought he was good today. I didn't think he was bad at all. And I just like having those four on the pitch at the same time, I think can cause other clubs a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I just to sort of look at it, sort of like looking back at it, I thought Paqueta was pretty good today. Like I think in moments he was pretty good.
This is bang on as well, and I do agree with this. I agree with this. As soon as Souček went into the Alvarez role, he crumbled. I totally agree. It's a again, it's a shame. I do think the match turns out a bit different if Souček comes off and Benrahma comes on for him, opposed to Alvarez going off injured and Souček staying on.
What do you think of Moyes today?
I don't know. It's tough. I don't think you can blame Moyes for conceding a goal in the first minute of the half. That is definitely like the players
they was all sluggish coming out in that second half. They all come out and they was like.
But then again, you could say like, oh, Moyes didn't. His halftime talk, I guess, didn't work out well. Like you can make that argument, but we don't know what was said at halftime. But all I know is even bar conceding within the first minute, I still didn't think we were that bad second half.
I thought we
dropped, but like you gotta think of it this way. First half, we were absolutely mint. We were immaculate. We played about as good as you can play. So trying to capitalize on that's gonna be difficult, especially against Man City. Like that's probably the best first half 90% of clubs in this league will play against City in the first half.
Yeah.
And trying to capitalize on that. That's a tall task. That's a very tall task.
Are we going to talk about Pack's interaction with Pep?
I didn't even see it.
I did see it. Yeah,
Mateus Nunes as well. Just speaking of that, like, good player, so good.
Yeah. Listen, they were good. They were good, but that's what you get when you've got a £1 billion team.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say we were unlucky or.
No, they deserve to win. They deserve to win, I will say it openly. They deserve to win the game, Manchester City, because they are that good, But we can hold our heads up higher and look at this and go, we did not get a good idea. Like it might look bad, 3-1, but it wasn't. It wasn't a 3-1 game.
Yeah, like I said, we can take this into Thursday. Hopefully, beat. I can't even pronounce that Serbian club's name. Topola, Top Club, Baklava, whatever.
Yeah.
Baklava, whatever. But if we can go into that, win 3-0, professional performance, carry this match, that match into Liverpool, I really do think I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we pulled a result because I think Liverpool aren't that great. It's really City, Arsenal, and the rest is like an absolute toss-up.
Yeah. Listen, if we play like we play today and we take our chances, we're going to be a force this year. I've said it. Yeah. I can accept losing to Manchester City. I really can because they're that good. Just for me, on David Moyes, I didn't understand the Benrahma sub. That's the only one I didn't really understand.
I thought that was weird as well. I said that during the watch long. I saw Kudus and Benrahma, and I was like, I don't know, like, how could that possibly, like, what is he? But I respect it a bit because I do think he was trying to go a bit more attacking.
I think he was trying to get more control of the ball more than anything. Like, obviously, they are ball, like, they hold the ball up and like contain the ball. But I didn't understand the Benrahma one. I really didn't. Do you know what? I wouldn't have been surprised to see Fornells on, like, just someone to get the ball and like just be someone to run around. But obviously, with him with a new contract and everything, it's a bit iffy at the minute, isn't it? So I don't know. I don't understand that one.
And we'll save certain things for the player ratings, obviously. But you know who I thought was really good today that hasn't really gotten a lot of mention. I thought Emerson was so good today.
Well, it's decent, yeah. Again,
Mate,
yeah,
love that guy.
yeah.
And again, I'm loving the new aspect of Paqueta playing out wide. And again, I only like it if Souček obviously stays in form, because if Souček starts dropping stinkers, we've got to get Kudus into the team, obviously. And if Souček didn't play today, Benrahma or Fornals is out on the wing, or Kudus. But as long as Souček stays in form and keeps his good stride going, which again, that's my opinion. Some people may think otherwise.
Yeah.
Paqueta out on the left, him and Emerson just building up the pitch. I mean, really, I thought there was a lot of good performances today. And people, if you rely on FOTMob or who scored for these player ratings,
yeah,
you've got to stop. And that's not a shot at anyone. I haven't seen anything.
That's a shot at the E20 WhatsApp group.
No, but there are some people on Twitter or whatnot that like they look so far into player ratings, and like they take it for that without watching the actual match. Like, mate, Kurt Zuma had like, I think FOTMob gave him like a 5.3 today, and they gave a Gerd like a 6.7. Like, what is that?
He ain't a 5.3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And
I thought Zuma was all right today. The only problem is that we've conceded 3. That's the only problem.
Yeah. Again, for me to round off like my feelings about the match, I really didn't think there was one bad performance today. I thought there was one bad moment. I didn't think Soufal's goal, really, that it was down to him. I didn't think that was like a bad moment. Just Doku is a good player. Mm-hmm. So really, it's just one bad moment for me. That's not going to overshadow a Garrett's performance.
The only thing I will say with that bad moment, we've got to credit Doku though. Like he's a fucking good player. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is not like Kofal's not up against some mug. He's up against one of the brightest Belgian talents out there right now. And let's be honest, in the first half, Kofal done okay against him. I thought Kofal done pretty well against Doku. Yeah, the only killer with that goal was the time it come. Like if that comes 20 minutes into the second half, I don't think people are going to be at Kofal as much. Yeah, it's because it comes 50 or 57 seconds into the second half or something. Do you know what I'm saying? Which, let's be honest, isn't really good. But
so for me, really not a bad performance from me at all from anyone today. And I think we can leave the London Stadium today heads held high. I know it's a bit of a tough pill to swallow after going 1-0 up and then conceding within the first minute of the second half. But really, I thought we played City is almost as well as West Ham possibly could with the way we play. And in any other way we play, I do think we get turned over worse than
I agree.
What some people expect. Like I said, some people love the way Pellegrini played, but at the end of the day, I'm a results guy. I don't care about the style of play, really. As long as we're getting the results, that's fine to me. And I do think there's a beauty within all tactics and all philosophies of football. But like what I saw today, I'd rather see that than a 6-0 pumping with Pellegrini tactics.
Mate, listen, right, I hear what you're saying, yeah? It's okay going forward and throwing people forward, but if we're conceding 3, 4, 5 goals, I know we've conceded 3 today, but the second goal today was just world class from them. Like you've got to stand back and look at the game and go, that second goal is world class. Like the scoop up in the air, it's a bit like it's caused chaos in there, but we had our chances. West Ham.
And a good comment here from Glenn. Nice to see Antonio not happy at being sub. Won't be long. You wait and see. I agree. That's another thing. I like to see that. I want to see that. Players are not happy they're coming off because they thought they'd done well. I thought Antonio, bar that moment today, I thought he was good. He defended well for me today.
Well, I mean, you're going to disagree on that. Before we do, smash a like on the video before we're going to round this up in a minute, but I'm going to have to disagree with you totally on that. I thought he was poor today, Antonio. In the first half, let's be honest right now, what did he really do to contribute like to sort of the team in the first half?
I thought he defended brilliantly. Like he dropped in. I know he's not a defender, but I mean, when your striker, when you play in a system the way we do, and your striker drops into basically the midfield at times to defend, and he did get a few tackles in.
Yeah.
And he did win the ball a few times.
The only problem is with him, he is the hold-up play with him, yeah? If he holds the ball up better, yeah, then we've got a good player. Like, obviously, I know the chance in the second half's a key chance. And the only thing I will say, because I haven't really said my bit on Moyes, is I don't understand the Ben Rama sub. I really don't. I said it earlier on. I'm going to say it again. I would have put Antonio on the left and had someone sort of bombing down that left. Like at least with Antonio, he can, like, listen, if he can't hold the ball up, at least get the ball and let him run and, like, stretch the defence. Like, Ben Rama done nothing today. Really nothing. But, you know, it is what it is. I just want to get to that comment there, yeah? And I agree with Brooke, Dev, Bonds. I thought apart from Doku, we coped really well. I agree on that. I thought Haaland, even though he missed chances,
we done as much as we could do with him. And people, I don't think people realize his movement inside the box is actually, it's nutty. Like, and I forget who I was watching. Oh, I remember who I was watching. I was watching a City fan or supporter talk about Haaland, and I noticed it today. Like, you notice a lot of, like, elite strikers when they get older, Kane, Benzema, and a few, like, their legs have gone, or they never really had the legs, but they make up for it with their footballing IQ and just the way they position themselves in the box. And Haaland, like, that lad has already got it, and he's got pace to burn. Fantastic finisher. He's not the greatest header of the ball in the world, but he jumps out the roof. The guy's a freak.
Yeah, he's world class.
He's a mutant.
Right. Let's be honest. If you're going to say who's the best striker in the world right now, I think he is the best striker in the world right now. Like, let's be honest. Like, with the goals he scored and what he's won, it is what it is. But you know what? We'll round it up there. I want to thank everyone who's been watching the watch-along and this afterthought. Please do smash the like on the video, hit the notification bell. If you want to become a member and support the channel, by all means, check out the membership perks. I did call JWP on the betting video to score first at 14-1. So I hope you was on.
That is an absolute hit.
That is an absolute hit and a half at 14s. But listen, my final thought really is this. I'm proud of the team today. You're right, when you're playing against £1 billion side, yeah, and we pushed them as much as we could do. I agree with Lucas totally on this. We play anyone else in the Premier League today, well, we turn them over 100%. I thought we was good. I thought they're just a world-class team with world-class players, and they've got a world-class manager. And let's be honest.
Sometimes you got to call a spade a spade. You just got to throw your hands up.
Yeah, you just got to admit that when a team has just done you at the end of the day. And listen, West Ham are not going to be defined by Manchester City. Like, that's one thing I will say. Do you know what I mean? So, you know what? I'm proud of the team today. It wasn't our day, and we roll on to the next. What time would you like to do the player ratings tonight, Lucas?
We can do it per use, 8 p.m. UK.
No worries. 8 o'clock, player ratings tonight. Me and Lucas will be there. I hope yous will be there too. From me to you, take care of yourselves wherever you are on the planet. And listen, it is what it is. West Ham finally lose a game in the Premier League, but it's against the champions.
What a shame. What a
of the world, basically. Do you know what I mean? But we can accept it. Anyway, take care of yourselves from me. All the best to you. We'll see you at 8. Peace.